Cinder here. Welcome to my universe. Two things I was going to cover in this video. One, I've talked about it before, but we'll go into a little bit more detail about your brain is malleable and you get to choose. Sorry for the vibration and weird rattling in my phone, and my car has a vibration. Well, I'll have to figure it out, and it rattles my phone. So if I hold it like this, then it doesn't. Anyway. Second thing I wanted to go into is there are lessons all around you. Everywhere you go, if you're paying attention, you can start to learn all kinds of different things about how the universe works, about laws of the universe, and lots of ideas on how to help and change yourself, like how to grow who you are into the best you can be, basically. There's lessons everywhere around you. If you just start paying attention, you'll eventually start to be able to interpret all the different things around you into some sort of helpful bit of information. And this creates more of a fun game with life, so that you're walking through life on a treasure hunt, or however you want to think about it. But basically, you want to make your life as pleasant as possible, as least amount of stress as possible, and as enjoyable as possible, so that you can have a continuous state of happiness, right? That's what we all want to get to, is we want to be happy all the time, in almost any situation. It is okay to be happy all the time. You can. It is all right. There's nothing wrong with it. And there's nothing wrong with being happy about feeling emotions. And sometimes people don't understand that they can still be happy and joyous and still feel sad about something or have an emotion about it. If someone is dying, you can still be a happy person. You can still have a good day, but you can still feel sad that that person is gone. You know what I mean? So there's things in life and in the world that are going to upset you, but that doesn't mean that you don't deserve to have a happy life. Anyway, side note. So, brain's malleable, right? You get to choose. Your brain is a computer. It is a biological computer. I've said this before. Go look it up anywhere you want to look it up. Into science. Go for it. Brain is malleable. You can change your programming. We're all installed with baseline software, like a Microsoft Office and a Windows 2000 or 1986, whatever year born, you're installed with a basic operating system. And as you go through childhood, different programs are put in your brain from your parents, from your family, from your friends, from you, lessons you've learned. And some of these lessons are great when you're 2. Some of these programs aren't necessary anymore. You're no longer 2 years old. You know that you shouldn't touch the stove. You know, some of the base fears that you may be dealing with in your adult life are ones that were resourceful and useful back when you were 6 or 7, and they're not anymore. You know how to swim. You don't need to be scared of water. That kind of thing. So when you're working on yourself and trying to be the best that you can be, try to find out those fears, those emotions, those high impact emotional things around your life that cause you stress every day. And you want to try and remove as many as possible that are no longer necessary. They're old operating programs, right? So, and you can change your baseline software. If you decide that, if you find out that you're a negative, unhappy person most of the time, and that seems to be a baseline operating program, change it. Just like you can uninstall Windows from your computer and install Linux to have more control, go for it, right? At any time. Now, keep in mind, depending on your belief system, depending on how you feel about change, how you feel and what you believe about changing or programs or whatever these things that you might be trying to change, however you feel about them, can impact how quickly it is for you to change the programs, right? So there might be more than one step to just changing one program. You might have a fear that takes you 3 or 4 steps in different areas before you can remove it. And changing your belief belief patterns, like some people go through life believing that they aren't loved. Some people go through life believing that their parents never loved them, their mother doesn't love them, their sister doesn't love them, they're never respected, nobody appreciates them, their birthdays are always miserable, nobody comes on their birthday, they have horrible birthdays. I've heard that one a lot. So there's all these things, and people will say it over and over, and you'll hear it from them, and they make it like a baseline program for their personality. This is something that happens to me all the time, and I am so remorseful or horrified by it, and I can't believe I have to deal with this thing that happens to me all the time. Right? So listen to the things that you're saying. Listen to the things that you're talking to people about who you are. And that will start to, and once you start paying attention to it, your brain's going to go on it, because we're pattern recognition creatures. Our brain is going to go on a pattern recognition. It's going to start trying to find things like this for you. And so over time, you'll be finding more and more programs that you have that you would like to clear up. Sometimes you might find like a whole bunch and think, oh my gosh, I've got like 5 to 10 years cut out. Oh, this is going to be exhausting. How am I going to change myself to where I want to be? Just write it down, work on it step by step. Sometimes when you're clearing one program, it will clear all kinds of other programs. So if you can find a baseline program, it's usually a fear, usually happened way either in past life, if you believe that, or way in the beginning of your childhood. If you can clear out some of these baseline beliefs and baseline programs, then you can find that it'll clear out a whole bunch of little programs, and all of a sudden it'll be gone. All of a sudden something won't bother you. All of a sudden people might not bother you as much. Whatever. You'll just feel this weight lift off your shoulders. And this isn't just about gurus and metaphysics and understanding energy and meditating. Like, yes, meditation's good. Yes, meditation helps you find some of these baseline core beliefs because you're silent in your head and you're listening to yourself. And there's all kinds of different ways to meditate. You don't always have to meditate by being quiet. And that is something it's a common misconception. You can meditate by making weird sounds. Just make whatever comes out of your mouth. Just sit there and make weird sounds. You can sit there and just talk to yourself. Like, there's all different kinds of ways to meditate. There's all different ways to breathe through your body and practice breathing. Right nostril, left nostril, nose in, out, mouth in, all of the different ways. Try and fill up one lung, then the other lung, and roll your stomach, then fill your chest, fill your stomach. There's tons of different ways that you can meditate and breathe that can help you reconnect with your body and with yourself. And that can help you find some of these programs as well. You'll just be sitting there doing whatever meditation you chose, and all of a sudden you'll have this aha moment. You'll be just letting your thoughts flow, and all of a sudden, aha, oh my goodness, I just found one. Bam! It hits you. Sometimes you can meditate just by focusing on a particular emotion and practice feeling your emotions. A lot of people who are dancers, their dancing is actually meditation. So another form of meditation is body movement, where you're silent in your mind and you're just letting your body move. However, the first thing that comes to mind, you're just flowing with your body. And sometimes it can just be a rocky back and forth, wave your arms. A lot of times dancers have a lot more moves that they've built over their lifetime, so they're able to pull a lot of moves out of the book. Anyway, so meditation helps you find these process programs in your brain, help you find out who you are. The other connection is that the people around you can be your greatest teachers, and they don't have to do anything. They don't even have to know. You don't even have to talk to them. Just watching and paying attention to things outside yourself can help you gather information to learn things. Listening to your elders helps you find out lessons that they learned. Like, learning a hard lesson and a hard situation from your elders is amazing, because it means you don't have to go through that. So if you can learn through someone else, that is really beneficial. Some of these lessons that your elders have been learning, or other people, not necessarily elders, but other people, They might have been struggling with something for 5 to 10 years until they reached this state at their lesson that they understood how to whatever. So, learning from other people's mistakes and other people's situation is really beneficial to you, because that means that you don't have to spend those 10 to 15 years struggling like they did. Right? I talked about in an earlier video, but I don't remember if I posted it, about how some people can have really high impact, make you feel lots of emotion. They either bother you so bad you cannot stand being around them, or when you're around them you're like, oh my gosh, I love this person so much, they're so freaking amazing, I want to be around them all the time. When people are causing you a high level of emotion where you're really emotionally invested, those are potential learning moments right there to find out something about yourself. What is it about this person? What's some core thing about this person that is just singing to you, or that's driving you absolutely insane, right? Find out what it is they do, what it is how they say, how they interact, and that kind of thing. And then, oh, really? Seriously? Some freaking dude, like, a car opened up a spot for me, and somebody in the carpool lane is like, oh God, I'm gonna get caught by a cop. Went into my spot. Anyway, pardon. Where was I? Oh yeah, because there's a cop right there. Oh shit. Oh well. Blessings to you. I've already learned the don't drive in the carpool lane lesson. Where was I? People. See, that bothers me. I'm highly invested emotionally in people who drive good, because I find it's very important. Also, it saves lives. If you're just a good driver and you drive passively, like defensively, you allow space, you follow the rules, you pay attention around you, it saves lives. You save yourself potential tickets, you save yourself time, money, crashes. It doesn't matter if you have insurance and your car's fully covered. Nobody wants to go take care of their car. Like, could we just have no events happen? Nothing? Anyway. That distracted me. Where was I? People are some of your greatest mentors and teachers, and they don't even have to be or do anything for you. You don't even have to necessarily know them. Oh, so when you're going throughout your daily life, there's lessons all over the place, in shows that you're watching, books you're reading. I find it really handy to watch shows, even if they're a kid's cartoon or an anime that seems really cheesy. I can learn things through cheesy anime, cartoons, kids books, kids cartoons. Kids have a lot of learning stuff in there, because parents and elder humans who are trying to educate the children usually have a lot of invested interest in our children. So you can find a lot of lessons in children books, magazines, and cartoons, right? Like, for example, I watched Little Witch Academia, if I'm saying it right, and tons of lessons in there. It was like her key words that she had to find, and one of the things that was in this show, it was, you can say something, but if you don't understand it, then you're just saying a word. It's empty word. But once you finally understand the true meaning of that word, and you've felt it, then it becomes magical. And words to me are magic in a way. So if you say something but you really understand everything about it and behind it, and you have the emotion, that is your magic. So when I ask for something for the universe, say I want abundance, or I want to feel a certain way, I want to feel happy, I want to feel excited, healthy, whatever it is, I hold on to what it feels like and what I know about that area and that word and everything surrounding it, and I really pull it into myself and feel it, and then I send it out and let it go as a wish, almost like an order form. And when you feel really strongly about something, that's when it starts calling it to you. Now, you could be like, ooh, this is magic, and the universe is calling things to me. I like believing in magic type items because that just makes my world like a lion witch in the wardrobe, or it just makes it fun, okay? All of a sudden I'm living an adventure. That's great. Or you could think of it just scientifically and just basic energy 1, 2, 3 type of mentality, and that your brain is going to notice things that you are focusing on. And that's basic baseline pattern recognition. It's going to notice things you're focusing on. So if you want to have opportunity and you put out the request for opportunity, your brain is going to start looking for patterns of opportunity from you. And that's really awesome. So maybe magic, maybe God, maybe angels, maybe universe. Great. Maybe it's just that you weren't paying attention and now you are. Still great. Either way, opportunity is coming, right? Can't go wrong. So that's how I feel about that. Yep. So lessons everywhere, and you just start paying attention, and pretty soon more and more stuff comes, and then it's this treasure hunt of, what are we going to learn today? You know, what person am I going to meet today? Oh, what am I going to think today? What am I going to see today? And then you are living and interacting with the world and the life around you, rather than just sitting back and observing. You're actively choosing to be who you want to be. You're actively choosing your programming. You are now actively living your life, and you're actively paying attention to the world around you and living in it and responding to it. And that is a really big step to living in a continuous state of joy and happiness. Okay, long-winded maybe. Hopefully you got something from that. Goodbye.